The name Grudge Races Unchained comes from, well, it really just come out of my mind because I just felt it's an appropriate name for the show or whatever, because it pretty much, I mean, depicts racing, but it depicts mainly grudge racing. I mean, the focus is grudge racing, not class racing or anything, even though I might, put some stuff on there sometimes from class racing, but it's mainly the to depict grudge racing or whatever, and that's where the grudge races come from, and then the Unchained parts come from because if you ever saw one of my episodes, then you know that it gets real sometimes or whatever. It's literally unchained, and it's just no holds barred grudge racing. So that's where the name comes from. The meaning behind grudge racing unchained, I kind of just hit on it the with the previous question, but the meaning is just grudge races. I mean, and everything that come with it, just showing grudge racing and everything that comes with it or whatever, and not cutting anything out or whatever, because it's just a real show or whatever, and it's just depicting real grudge racing or whatever, and everything that comes with it. So I mean, the meaning of it is just to show the culture. I say the culture of grudge racing, because grudge racing is a culture or whatever. It's not class racing, and it's not street racing. It's grudge racing, which it's a whole nother ball game. So the grudge racing unchained. The meaning is just to depict the culture in its rawest form, whatever. How did it come about? If you watch my channel, if you're a fan of my channel, then I'm always trying to stay original, and I'm always trying to bring something new to the channel, add something new to the channel. So I was just sitting down one day, and it hit me. It hit me. I know a lot of people probably think, oh, it comes from the Street Outlaws, which I love that show, true enough, but this idea has been in my head for the longest or whatever. And if you saw the first season of Grudge Racing Unchained, it been 2, maybe 3 years ago. But I mean, I was just sitting along. I'm like, I'm going to, and it originates from Headhunters Dragway in Edenton, Georgia. And if you never been to the track, it's the atmosphere is like no other. I mean, I've been to a lot of tracks, but the atmosphere is truly like no other. So, you know, the guys will turn up down there and stuff, as you've seen in the footage. So, I'm like, I'm going down here, I'm getting all this footage. So I was like, man, I need to make a show. Yeah, I need to make a web series or whatever. If you whatever you want to call it, I need to make a web series. So that's how the idea came about, man. And I'm like, I get a lot of footage of some of the same guys or whatever, and I look at them as the cast or whatever. The cast of the show. I look at them as the stars of the show. So I'm like, it's kind of already like a show. It was already like a show because the same guys go into battle. They make changes to their car, then they come back. And it's team versus team. So it's like, why not make a show with it? Make a show of it. A raw, uncut, no holds barred show. So that's what I did. That's how the show came about. It's just up here in the think tank, man. So that's where it come from. Uh, some of the cast. Name some of the cast. Some of the cast of the show, who I would say, regulars. I call the cast the regulars of the show. If you don't, you're not familiar with everybody, but Course Blow, aka Mr. Wop Wop, he's out of CP. Driver of the L Dog. He drives Swint car. Swint is another one, big block with the Cutlass. You got Cap, owner of the L Dog. You got Lil T of Candy Boys. You got TD been in there. You got Cam out of Candy Boys. Man, you got Dayton, little Dayton, Anthrax, 16 years old, definitely the youngest on the show. You got Maul, you got Mandrill. I mean, everybody. The show doesn't consist of just racers. You know, it's trash talkers. You got Mr. He Red Lighted. I mean, it's just it's on and on. You got LGR with the box. You got with Tony, the driver, LGR, Jerry. I mean, man, Joe Buddy, Mayweather. It's the cast is pretty wide actually, but these are people that's there on the regular. Then you got, and I mean those you got Chubb, you got Boney, you got Jarvis, Silver Bullet. A lot of these people from the first season, but this new season, season two, we know, a lot of new people were introduced, new faces. You got Gangsta Boo. Um, Man, it's numerous. Just watch if you watch the show on a regular, you should be familiar with everybody. But there's just a few to name, a few of the cast. What makes Grudge Races Unchained different from any other web show? I would say it's raw. It's raw. It's uncut. I mean, that's what makes it different. That's the beauty of it. I mean, I love the show myself. After I edit these episodes and I put them on there, I literally go back and look at them. Like this first season, I go back and look at the first season a lot because I just love it. It depicts the real. You know, it really depicts the real, true grudge racing and whatnot. And with grudge racing, sometimes tempers flare or whatever. Sometimes people get mad. It's a lot of trash talking that comes with that. And I know a lot of the viewers got mixed feelings about the trash talking, or some people don't like to see the trash talking. Some people are like, hey, they're getting too serious. But I mean, to just fill everybody in on that, trash talking is part of the game. If you're a real fan of grudge racing, it comes with it. Even the calmest dude can will quote unquote turn up, if the right person or the right battle comes to them. So, grudge racing, trash talking come with it, and that's what this show or web series is all about, depicting the real, not leaving nothing out. I like for the fans to see if they haven't ever been to a track. I shoot this show for people that may have never been to a track in their life. That's what I keep in mind. My viewer, I'm like, this person never been to a track. So I like to show them the real, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Although I leave some of the ugly out, but trash talking comes with it. In the face, adrenaline pumping, on the line, purging the nitrous, bumping the nitrous through the motor. That's why I show all of that. That's why I don't skip too much when it comes to a grudge race, because I just want to depict it as if the person is actually at the track. If you were at the track, you would have to sit right here and watch all of this. There is no fast forward button to a grudge race. And you got to love everything that comes with a grudge race. I mean, the tension between the teams, the trash talking of who's the better man, the big bets, I mean, the betting the money or whatever, the DP men, the controversy, I mean, the staging up, the purging of the nitrous or whatever. Just everything that comes with it, and that's the whole purpose of the show, man, is to just depict the real grudge racing in its rawest form, hence the name Grudge Races Unchained. Why so much trash talking? This, this question had to be answered because it's a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to grudge racing and trash talking. And me, if you're a fan of my channel, if you've been watching my videos over the years, then I love the trash talking. If you ain't figured it out by now, I love trash talking, man. Um, you got people like Blow, Mr. Wop Wop. You got Big Hair, CVC, CP. You got Anthrax. And right now I'm just trying to name some of the people that really turn up. Even Hatchet, H&H before. You got Brown Sugar, Tornell, another cast member. Um, Man, you got LGR, you got Kyrie, which is a member of LGR. Man, it's just these are some of the people that just Lil T, TD, man. turning up, man, is trash talking is part of the game, man. You know, it comes with it. I'm not gonna cut it out. You know, I do trash talking videos sometimes because I love it. It makes the race. You got Swint too. I can't forget Swint, yeah, man. But it makes the race that much better. You know, a grudge race is okay. It's just okay in my eye. A grudge race is just okay if the guys, hey, I want to race you. Let's bet this amount of money. Okay, cool. They race, shake hands afterwards. Cool. That race is okay. But when you got pride in the race, and you got feelings involved, like Godfather. I can't remember. I can't forget the Godfather. He's another one. Even Drew done got in sometimes. Man, it's a lot. But when you got feelings involved, and these guys, you know, even on Facebook, you know, if you're on my Facebook, you follow me on Facebook or whatever, you know, you see these guys, it stems from Facebook, then it carries over into the track. They may not race one week, then the next week they come in and go down, like look at the race Gotti and Swint, you know, what afterwards, after the race, I mean, to turn it up, you know. So you just, it's part of the game, man. That's why the trash talking not going anywhere or whatever, cause that comes with grudge racing. You go to the track, that's what's gonna happen. But when you got two sides and two teams, man, that's bumping heads or whatever, and you know, the adrenaline pumping, everybody in each other's face, not to the point where, you know, people putting hands on people. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit on that too. So a lot of people like, man, they're in each other's faces, this and that. Hey, we all know each other, you know. We all know each other, and these guys, they do this, you know, adrenaline pumping, you know, they're in each other's faces or whatever. They're calling each other whatever, you know, at the moment. And it's all leading up to the race. But at the end of the day, these guys dap each other up, you know, and they go about their business or whatever. And if you ever saw any of the crew all in one spot together, I mean the crew as in the Grudge Racing Unchained cast, if you ever saw any of us at another track together, maybe you saw 4 cars there or 5, but basically if you saw any of us together, then, and we're at another track other than quote unquote our home track, which is Edenton, then you'll see that we're together. If we go out of state, everybody's together, you know, they battle together or whatever, they win together. So I mean, it's just part of the show. You know, it's part of the show, and by the show I mean grudge racing as a whole or whatever. So that's why the trash talking, I mean, it's part of the game, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Where do I see grudge racing Unchained going? Man, to the top. Views, the views going up, and like I said, I think it's #1 grudge racing show on YouTube. If there's another grudge racing show, I don't know. I think I'm the first of its kind when you're talking about a show, a web series. I think it's the first and maybe the only right now on YouTube, a grudge racing show. And I mean, all I see is it going up. I see I see more opportunities opening for the show and the racers and the fans, spectators, you know, people that's in the camera, the cast or whatever. But I see, man, I just see it going up, you know, going up and becoming bigger than what I can picture in my mind right now. I got a vision, you know, for the show. I got things I'm working on for the show, which I don't want to disclose right now, but I see it going higher than what I can even imagine, you know. Right now, I see the show right here going to here, but in reality, it might go to here, you know. So all I see it is the show going up, you know, and the races going up, you know. It's gonna be more, like I said, more opportunities. Gonna be more new races introduced. You know, if you see in season 2, I know you've seen a lot of new faces, a lot of new cars being introduced to the show or whatnot, and that's what's gonna happen. And you know, I love the show, you know, and I love where it's going, and I love what it's doing for the racers and for the fans or whatever. You know, people genuinely love the show. You know, like it took a year for the show to start back up. It took a year to start season 2 back up, and I constantly had a lot of people asking when the show coming back, when the show coming back, and me honestly, I'm real humble, so I didn't think people were into the show that much, which is why I wasn't stressing to bring it back. I didn't think that many people really it impacted that many people like so. I wasn't just in a rush to just start the show back up, but a lot of people kept asking, so I'm like I gotta bring this show back, I got to get back on this show, so. And man, it's a good thing it did, man. So we going up together. Yeah, my last remarks, man. I just wanna genuinely thank everybody, that plays a part in this, cause it's not just me. I do the editing, I do the filming, but it's not just me. It's the racers, it's the fans, it's the promoters. It's everybody that make this possible or whatever. It's not just races. It's a combination to make Grudge Races Unchained what it is, whatever. So, and I just really like to thank everybody. Like seriously, man. You got a lot of racing channels and stuff. You got a lot of people doing things or whatever, but um, the fans and the viewers don't get thanked enough, man. And the racers, don't get thanked enough. So, I just like to publicly just thank all the racers that participate in the show, that jump in front of this camera, cause some people have mixed feelings about getting in front of the camera for whatever reason. It's understandable. There's a lot of guys that like to get on the camera, but the ones that's getting on the camera, putting on the show for the fans, I appreciate it, man, cause y'all viewers, I mean, like to see that. That's what y'all want to see, and I appreciate the viewers or whatever. I appreciate the comments. I read every comment. Even though I'm slow getting back with people sometimes, I am busy besides filming racing and stuff. But I like to thank the viewers, man, that dropping the comments, that's hitting that like button, that's sharing it on social media or sharing it through text or whatever the case may be, man. I really do genuinely appreciate everybody, because it wouldn't be possible without it being a collective effort, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank everybody, man, and that's it. I just felt this interview necessary, to let the fans know where Grudge Racing Unchained come from and what it's about, man. But thank y'all. Big things coming for JMalcom2004, coming for me. I mean, which is the channel. Big things coming from the channel. I got a lot of new ideas. Man, I don't want to spill the beans. I don't want to spill the beans, but it's coming like within the next 2 months. New things with a bigger and better, and I'm bringing everybody with me. Everybody on the journey or whatever. So I just want to thank everybody. JMalcom2004 exclusive Grudge Racing Unchained interview, and we out. And if you know me, you know my slogan: footage.